popular selection on the St Helens table. The top referee was Robin Whitfield of Widnes. He was in charge of the Wembley showpiece this season. And Frano Botica collected £10 for the goals he's kicked. The total's 161, while Sean Edwards picked up £30 a try for the 40 touchdowns he's managed this season.
Rugby League semi-final between Leeds and Warrington in the Hoop jersey. The high wind was against accurate kicking. Palin missed a penalty early on, but only 90 seconds from the start, Derbyshire went over 3-up to Warrington. The wind stopped another 2 points being added, and Leeds were determined to stop any further inroads into their defence, so they carried the war into Warrington's camp. But luck, the defence and the weather were against them. When it came to kicking, Cook couldn't defeat the elements any better than Palin, and here are two that failed. But if the wind was in charge higher up, Warrington certainly had it their own way on the ground. Here's Bath forcing his way over for their second. Again, no conversion. There was no holding Warrington now, and after Johnson had made it 9-0, Helm just crossed the line, and this time Palin got it over the bar. 14-0 at half-time, and Warrington supporters looked forward confidently to Wembley. The second half was soon underway with plenty of close play around the middle of the field. Then, when Leeds, after determined efforts, had reduced the deficit with a nice penalty, the referee signalled another, this time to Warrington. Palin took it. 16-2. The road to Wembley was securely held by the Lancastrians. When the game ended, the score was 16-4, and it was Warrington for Wembley.
Wembley's Empire Stadium was packed for the Rugby League Challenge Cup final tie, and here come Halifax and Warrington to settle the issue. The teams were presented to Lord Derby. First Halifax wearing ring jerseys, now Warrington. Halifax kicked off, and as the cup final got going, supporters roared encouragement from the stands. The first goal came after a quarter of an hour when fullback Griffiths kicked a goal for Halifax. The match continued at high pressure, but close marking made it impossible for either side to break through. Within 10 minutes, Halifax added 2 points to their score with another good kick by Griffiths. Now the crowd saw Warrington cross over 4 points behind, but now they kicked off in the second half, determined to close the gap. After 10 minutes of hefty give and take, a Halifax infringement gave Warrington a chance, and Bath took it, 2-4. Halifax came back strongly and on at least one occasion looked like scoring, but Bevan saved the situation for Warrington. 15 minutes later, Bath kicked the equaliser, and so for the first time since the Rugby League Cup final's been played at Wembley, the result was a draw with a replay to follow. Over 102,000 spectators filled the Odsal Stadium at Bradford, the largest number ever recorded at a Rugby League Cup final. After a draw at Wembley, Warrington and Halifax had returned to the north to resume the contest. Halifax, wearing striped jerseys, kicked off, and the replay was on. The Warrington forwards began with some fast, open passing, and soon began to threaten the Halifax defence. After only 8 minutes of play, they took the lead when Jim Challoner dashed over the line for the first try. Halifax started to retaliate, but they were prevented from scoring by very sturdy defence. Warrington, indeed, were playing splendid football, even better than at Wembley. However, things looked better for Halifax 20 minutes later, when they were awarded a penalty inside the Warrington 25. Griffiths took the kick. Half-time and the score, 3-2. Warrington opened up the game again with some very fast passing movements, which looked pretty dangerous and, in fact, almost resulted in some additional points. But the scoring didn't start again till 60 minutes after the interval. Then Harry Bath landed a superb goal from 35 yards to increase the lead. Just 4 minutes later, McCormick obstructed Daniels, the Halifax wing 3Q. Griffiths again took the kick. At this stage, Warrington were only 1 point ahead. 7 minutes later, Jerry Holmes, Warrington's scrum half, took a pass near the halfway line. After a splendid run, he got the try that guaranteed victory. With the final score 8-4, the crowd poured onto the field to congratulate the players on a first-rate final.